Hi guys, and welcome back to PantsuCast. Take off your pants and sit for a while. I'm your host, HotShot Ginger, and with me I have my equally as dirty roommate, if not a little bit dirtier, because we haven't done laundry in a couple weeks, GoPro Kyo.
I just did laundry the other day.
Yeah, but the other day, a couple weeks, same. Had 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So, hi guys. I know it's been like a year since our last
upload. Has it been a year since the last one? Because it's pretty... I mean, I guess it's close.
It's been pretty close, yeah, to give or take. But so what we're going to be doing right now, guys, is we're going to be doing one of the series that inspired us to make this podcast in the first place, Senran Kagura. And what we're going to be doing is just a general discussion about like if it fits into the Senran world. We'll discuss it. Some characters will make it. Not all of them will because the Senran universe is massive. But we'll get to what we get to. So I hope you enjoy.
Somehow it's very big. I don't know why.
It matches their heaving bosoms.
I guess so.
We all know this. There's only like
their heads are Their heads are all that's different. Their bodies are just about all the same, save for 2.
There's only like 2 or 3. Like
there's 2 flat-chested characters.
No, there might be 3.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Kafuru, the youngest sister from the Shrine Maidens.
Yeah.
Ryobi, and Mirai.
I mean, I guess you could count. What's her name? The actual Kagura.
The kid Kagura?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Kagura.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but then when she's in her true mode, then not so much.
But in that sense, you could also say that Ryobi technically doesn't count because she gets massive titties when she transforms.
It's a different thing because Ryobi, like...
it's exactly the same thing.
No, it's different. When you're... So when Ryobi Shinobi transforms, they're transforming into how they see themselves. Like their perfect image of themselves. Mm-hmm. But when Kagura transforms, she's literally releasing the power of the Kagura title, like passed down to her.
It's still a transformation. It's basically the same thing.
It's a transformation, but Kagura was sealed.
Okay.
And Ryobi wasn't. She was trained.
We just hit the 3-minute mark and you're already giving me technicalities on the lore.
And I'm just saying, Kagura is like the one exception. Like everyone else works the same way, but Kagura is like the one where it gets a little weird.
I mean, all right, man.
But if you guys are unfamiliar, Senran Kagura is a game franchise. It's a hack and slash game franchise with Kunoichi ninjas, which Kunoichi just means ninja, female ninja, doesn't it? Right?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
It's about the same.
So with Kunoichi, basically learning the tools of the trade, there's good shinobi and there's bad shinobi. Ones who will uphold the law and do things like by code, basically police, and ones who will do things their own way, basically like outlaws. But when push comes to shove, they both kind of fight for the greater good. It's just mainly like the methods are different. But it's one that we found by almost complete accident by another YouTuber when you first showed it to me.
Yeah.
And then I just got the game and I immediately fell in love with it.
I mean, like, it was during a pretty rough time, I think. I think it was, like, just after the election that I heard about it or something like that.
Or close to.
Yeah, around that area. But, like, I was just like, Austin and I could use something to chill with and just kind of perk our spirits up a little bit.
And what better than anime titties?
I mean, yes, but they're also very sweet people.
They're very sweet people, but also they have anime titties.
Yeah.
That's why they're here on PantsuCast.
All right. I mean, if that's how you want to take it.
That's not how I want to. Like, honestly, all the characters in here I love, like, to a certain degree. I
feel like they're all decent, except like some of them don't have enough personality. I think some of them are just very much the stereotypes.
To be fair, I mean it's like Marvel and DC have like miles and miles of characters, and granted some of them get shit on when time comes because you can only do so much when you have like more characters than you have staff. And I feel like that's kind of the same deal with Senran. Each school has like at least five students.
Yeah, each one has five students, but
and then
like,
there's other factions.
Some of them are a little too similar. Like I know the difference between what's her name, Hibari and Minori.
Yeah.
Minori's the pancake sweets girl, right?
Yeah, she's the one in Gessen. Yeah.
Okay. I know the difference between the two of them, but their personalities are relatively the same.
Okay. You know what? I guess you got a point. Because
I do know the difference.
Yeah.
The difference is that Minori is more childish and Hibari is more
like treated
shy.
like a child.
She's more shy than anything.
Yeah.
And more
like Hibari is like trying to find her way as a woman, but like with Yagyu always doting on her and everything, it's kind of hard for her to find that ground.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Minori is just treated as like the little sister of Gessen. So there is a cure difference, but at the same time, it's like their personalities are pretty damn.
They're pretty much the same character in a sense because like they don't really get explored all that much.
Yeah, like another example actually of that would be Hikage and Murakumo.
They have
Murakumo. Let me rephrase. Murakumo with her mask on.
Yeah.
Because with her mask off, she turns into a shy, bumbling mess, and she can't even like look anything in the eye, and she will run away from anything that moves, like even a cricket.
Yeah.
But with her mask on, she is just straightforward, just like, this is a waste of time. What are we doing here? Like that kind of thing. Like Hikage is just, her entire thing is being emotionless, but she's full of emotion.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Which is part of the joke. So
it's
like,
part of the joke with her, yeah.
So there's a little more distinction, I feel, in that sense, because Hikage is a little... how do I say it?
What are you trying to go for
She's
here?
more so... God damn, how do I explain it? It's really hard to put my finger on it specifically. I know there's a word for it, but like...
describe it then.
She's more like... If you were to write Hikage, you would focus more so on making her more monotone as opposed to being no nonsense. Murakumo is a no nonsense character.
Okay.
So like the difference is there, or that's the main difference. But like there's an emotion or like a monotone quality to both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I see what you mean. But at the same time, like even though a lot of the characters are similar to each other, they're like unique enough to where
I think they're all pretty distinct, especially in design. The designs are really pretty.
Yeah.
I like just about all the designs in Senran. I think there's a couple I just don't like because I think some hairstyles just don't sit with me.
Yeah, there's a couple admittedly that took me a little bit to warm up to. I think like if I had to pick like one from each school, like design wise to warm up to, from Hanzo it would be Hibari.
Just because of the sweater and
the just because of like the sweater and the leg warmers and everything, but then like it looks like she's wearing a like a schoolgirl's swimsuit underneath.
Isn't that what she is wearing? Because I thought she was just like.
But like
I thought that was the idea.
No, it's literally just panties.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, it's just panties.
All right,
but all in all, like her neck down, that actually wasn't what initially threw me off. It was all the bows in her hair.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
It's a little overkill, honey. It really kind of is.
Well, like I guess you could take out the middle bow, but the other bows kind of have to.
The other bows have to be because she has twin pigtails, and I get that. Yeah. Like, yeah, they're clips, but the middle one is literally just sitting on top of her head.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I had to pick one in, the Crimson Squad, it'd probably be Mirai. Just
I mean, to be like, fair, that's the frilliest fucking maid I've ever seen in my life.
She is a goth Lolita, so I get it. But at the same time, like those frills cannot be comfortable in a fight, like at all. And it's like I get that she lifts her skirt up and out pops her chain gun, but still, it has to be a nightmare.
I still think it looks like they're trying to push like a phallic image in there, sort of.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen like any fan pictures of her? Yes, they're trying to push phallic into there. Plus, like, I do like love...
if you look at the way that she's posed when she's animated in that finisher move, she's pushing her pelvis forward and her back is arched, like she's pointing her dick out, basically.
Yeah, just fire there, bang, fire there, bang. Just like
it's like if you're like just you don't want to touch anything while you're peeing or something like that.
Yeah. But also, okay, so like the frills and everything, like that's a nightmare to me. That's kind of
Right.
why I like no matter what game, if I'm playing as Mirai, I always change her. Like I never keep her Shinobi stuff.
I don't blame you.
But something else that bugs me, like I just don't like bonnets, so like that just bothers me. But I'm fine.
I mean,
with,
you
I'm
can
fine
take
with
off
the.
I mean, you can keep the rest of the outfit, take off the bonnet, and then just put the cat ears, and I think it'll be fine.
But what I'm trying to say is like I like the cat ears and I like the tail. But if you have cat ears and cat tail, why the fuck do you have raven wings? Like
I think those are bat wings.
Like I don't know if that's supposed to be her hair or what, but I know it's wings, like on the back of her dress, and I don't know why.
It is not hair. It's not hair. It's wings.
Okay.
I know for a fact because I've changed that outfit a lot of times.
Okay. As far as guessing goes, if I continue this and I had to pick one there,
I think you can stop after this one.
I mean, I only have one other school after that.
There's a bunch of schools, man.
Yeah, one more school that's listed on where I'm going though. If I had to pick anyone here, actually, I'm tempted to say Yokurozai or
Yozakura.
Yokurozai. I was getting confused with Momo. But really, I'd have to say...
You didn't even get that right.
I'd honestly have to say Murakumo.
You watch your mouth.
The only... well, the only reason is like the folds of like the front of her cloak. Because they look so solid, but they're her cloak, but they never close. Like they sit like armor pieces.
I mean, they're kind of supposed to.
It just bothers me. Because it's like, okay, so you have like two very thin shields, like... just running against your side before everything else is uncovered. I don't know. It's always bothered me a little bit.
Okay.
Like, and I mean, the mask scares the fuck out of me.
I love those masks. They're cool.
Look, I go to Senran for two things, and that mask is throwing one of them off. Then if I had to pick, just because this is the last school, if I had to pick one for Hebijo, Hebijo's. Okay, I see it. If I had to pick one for Hebijo, honestly, it might be Murakumi. Murakuma.
Murakumi.
Is it Murakumi?
It's right.
Murasaki. God damn it.
Well, there is a Murakumi.
I always get confused between Murakumo and Murasaki just because the name sounds the same. And I'm sorry, I'm not good on Japanese names.
You got them.
Anyway. It just always throws me out. Like it really fits her because like it's the main motif and everything. It's just so poofy, and she uses her hair to attack, and it is a very poofy dress to like be able to like sway back and forth like in that kind of rapid motion. It just always looks disorienting to me. So like I always change her out of hers too.
Now that Austin's done with his design critique,
I'm just saying. Like you said, like some designs take a minute to get used to. I'm like, oh, I have an opinion on that. Let me share my opinion.
Well, it's like, well, now I've got an opinion on all 5 schools. Let's go through all one character out of each school. Let's do that.
I went going in saying if I had to pick one from each school, and that's what happened.
Well, you could have just picked them.
I did.
I know, just pick them. Don't tell me what you don't like.
All right, fine. You do that then.
No.
Who don't you like?
Nobody.
All right.
The designs don't bother me that much anymore.
All right, beautiful. Okay, then if we don't have who you don't like, who do you like? And don't say all of them.
I wasn't. I don't like all of them.
No?
Well, I don't.
Then who don't you like?
Well,
you just said who don't you like?
Okay, sorry.
Nobody.
Let me correct myself here. I don't love all these designs.
There you go. That's better.
Favorite designs, I would have to say, are probably have to start with Hikage because that's a design that you don't see a lot. For one, tattoos are not really a common thing in Japan.
Yeah.
It's not that they're not, or rather, it's not that they're not a common thing. It's that like most anime characters don't have tattoos because there's sort of I think it's sort of a social taboo. I could be wrong. I'd have to look into it more again. But
plus, you have a type, and Hikage fits into that type.
She fits into the punk girl aesthetic, all right? Like you.
Look, we all have a type.
I grew up in that kind of era, and I like that kind of music. So
look, I mean that's fine.
And the music comes with the fashion. So,
like,
you know what? Actually, I didn't like was
Shiki.
Shiki's hat, I think, is what bugged me.
I get that it's like more or less her familiar because she uses it for like attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Isn't it unremovable when you do customize?
No, you can remove it.
Well, like, I know you can remove it, but like it reappears.
It reappears. It only reappears like when she's doing the move, but then it'll disappear like a weapon.
Right. And by the way, the game that we're talking about specifically is it Estival or Festival?
It's Estival versus.
There seems to be like a typo in each game name. It should just be Festival versus.
It should be should be Festival versus if it was an American name.
Well,
Estival might be a Japanese thing. I don't know.
I doubt it, but all right.
I'm American and therefore ignorant.
A truer statement has never been said.
Amen.
But yeah, we're talking about Estival versus when we talk about like the customizing, at least.
I think it's the same thing in Crimson Squad.
What about it?
Oh wait, no, she's not in Crimson Squad.
She's part of.
She's part of Gessen, yeah, but in Gessen or in Crimson Squad, I mean, you can play as Gessen characters, but I think the only one you can play as actually is Yomi. Because
wait, hold on. What are you talking about now?
In Crimson Squad, it's the one before it, Deep Crimson.
Oh, okay, the game. All right. Well, because you were saying Crimson Squad, and that's the name of the.
No,
the group.
I know,
that's not the name
because I thought that was the name of the game,
right?
Because it has to do with Homura and Asuka mainly.
Yeah.
So I thought it was called Crimson Squad because it's when Homura and her squad splits off from Hebijo. Mm. So I thought it just followed their moniker. But it's basically the start of the Senran story to where like it goes through the details of the first series that we watched.
Yeah.
Where it's Hondo's school versus
so you can basically
Hebijo.
watch the show and just not play the game.
Yeah, if you're lame.
Well,
if you're awesome, you do both.
If you got nothing but time on your hands, you do both.
I've done both. And I don't have time.
Not anymore, you don't.
Yeah, anymore I don't. But it's just it just goes through like the rivalry between Homura and Asuka. And then blah 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 blah. Goes through the history of Homura and Asuka. Then like eventually driving Homura away from Hebijo, like running things their way. And
I think I can just go ahead. I think I can just go ahead and in answer to your question is just say mostly my waifus are the ones that that have designs that I really like.
Okay, so that would be Renka, Miyabi.
Well, I like Hanabi. Hanabi's cute.
I love Hanabi's actually. It's like so casual and like comfy looking for summer.
Yeah, she does look very comfortable. What bugs me? So Kafuru's outfit. Yeah. Kafuru's outfit just looks like a baby outfit.
It kind of does.
I think it's because of the mix of the frills, and then there's the baby blue color.
It looks more like a nightgown than anything.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking. Like it kind of has
but
that.
Here's the weird thing. It looks like a nightgown. The thing she uses is water.
Yeah.
So it like does not fit at all.
I feel like she could be wearing a more summer styled outfit, honestly.
Like at least like everyone else like in their shinobi mode at least has a uniform that complements their fighting style. Mm-hmm. Like Asuka's is kind of tight fitting so she can actually like move around without like getting caught on clothes. Ikaruga very like noble, like make your presence known, and she fights with a katana. Mm-hmm. Like one of the most like
what,
for lack of a better word, like elegant.
If you tried, I bet you could put Ikaruga into like Azure Lane and she would fit right in.
You probably could, like right alongside Enterprise.
Yeah, she looks about like an Azure Lane character, I would say.
I mean, she's class rep and she is best class
rep. Her and Emu would both look right at home with Azure Lane.
I feel like Emu would be like oh god, what's it called?
Sakura Federation?
No, not Sakura Federation. The Russian one or the German one. Iron Blood.
Iron Blood. That's what it was. I was gonna say Iron Cross or something like that.
No,
pretty close.
Yeah, Emu would fit like with the Iron Blood, and Ikaruga would fit with the not the Federation. What is the American ones?
The American ones? Crap.
I think it's just Azure Lane.
Yeah, it's just Azure Lane.
Fuck. Okay.
I think they
No, it's Eagle Nation.
Eagle Nation.
Or,
what?
Not Eagle Nation. Fuck it, I'm looking
All
at
right,
Badger
fine.
Lane.
You have the computer right in front of you. I don't know why you just spent like 5 minutes just
Because
trying to
I
figure
was
that out.
trying to remember it. Thank you. I'm sorry.
You have it right in front of you. There's no E in Azure.
Shut up. Don't call out my critiques in a place where they can't see it.
Well, now they can.
God damn it. Why? Why?
Way anchor.
Work with
Or is
me
that
here.
what it is?
What? It's not way anchor. No. Way anchor means move.
I know what it means. I'm just saying.
I don't
That could
think
be the
you
thing.
do. That's Wikipedia.
That's a wiki.
Fandom. Here we go.
Wait, what? Yeah, that was one of the wikis.
Well, it's not our wiki.
All
Who's
right,
not the one we
whatever.
need?
Naval base.
Naval base, is that it? Academy, backyard fleet. Fleets, yes. No. Yes. No, this
Eagle
is for,
fleet.
This is for the mobile game.
What? Maybe we should cut this out.
No, we're not cutting this out. This is part of the genuine experience. We have no idea what we're doing. You know what? I'm doing this. I will search up someone in there. Enterprise. Main antagonist in the actual lane. Eagle Union.
Eagle. We were close.
I was...
Eagle Nation. We said Eagle
Nation.
Nation.
Okay. I was close. It only took me 5 minutes to prove that I was so wrong.
Quite a deviation from that.
Anyway, back to Senran. Sorry, Enterprise. We'll talk about you.
Or actually, isn't the
Talk
game
about you
also
later,
made by Marvelous?
I don't believe so. I don't.
Or was it... I could have sworn like there was at least like Cryware engine or something like that.
Actually might be Marvelous. I'm not sure.
Just search up Azure Lane.
PS4, yeah. Compa Idea Factory. Okay, no.
Oh,
so that's why
okay,
Neptune
wait.
is in it.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Because the Idea Factory and Neptune. Yeah.
But Azure Lane's another one we'll talk about another day. We're
that's a whole.
We're here to talk about ninjas, not ships.
That's a shorter one. I feel like I don't feel like there's a lot to talk about. It's a pretty straightforward episode, I'd imagine.
So is Senran, but at the same time, there's just so
many. Yeah, but
many
Senran has
to
more to go off of. Like, there's more care put into the characters. I feel by comparison.
Okay, fair. All right.
Like, I know I said some of them are a little like copy paste, but like they're just so damn sweet.
Yeah. Okay, then I gotta ask you something. So, like, asking about like favorite characters and stuff like that, we'll be here all day.
Yeah.
Who has your favorite weapon?
My favorite weapon? Fuck, I don't remember most of the weapons.
Do you want me to go over them for you? I can do that.
I mean, I guess it'd help.
So, Asuka has
see.
double blades.
Yeah, that's
Ikaruga has a katana. Kat has her boots.
I do appreciate that Yagyu uses
an umbrella
bladed
sword.
umbrella.
Yeah,
or I guess it's more of a parasol because it's not a.
Is there a
it's
difference?
not meant,
I legit don't know if there's a
a
difference.
parasol is meant for sun, so
Okay.
like it's meant to keep you in the shade.
Mhm.
An umbrella is meant to deter rain, so like it'll keep you dry. But like if you use a parasol, the parasol's just going to get wet because the material on an umbrella is supposed to just let it slide down, basically. So
Okay.
it's a silkier material, so that way it doesn't soak into the fabric.
But a parasol is going to soak through.
Yeah, a parasol is basically made of like clothing, the same fabric as like clothing.
Well, we've seen her use it at night in the rain.
Have we?
Yeah. She used it in Shinobi Masters.
I guess
if
she
remember
could,
right.
but like those kinds of umbrellas are paper usually.
Well, it's anime. It's fine. This is literally a show where the more damage they take, the more clothes they get torn off.
Well, I mean,
And
that's
then they
true
go
for
back to
real
normal.
life too, man.
I mean, okay, fine. Where they pull massive scrolls out of their tits and transform
Out of various
a la
curves.
Sailor Moon, and the enemies let them. It's anime. You can let logic sidestep a little bit. I don't care if she has an umbrella
You're the
or a
one
parasol.
who asked what the difference was. All right, so
I did, but at the same time, like, okay, don't get me wrong. Thank you for telling me the difference, but I don't need to know that's what Yagyu has. She has an umbrella sword or a parasol sword.
Wait, is there a blade in it? I don't remember.
There's a sword. It unscrews into a sword.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
It does a sword, yeah.
It's been a while since I played the game.
It unscrews into a sword, and the spokes on top of the umbrella / parasol are also blades.
Yomi has a
top.
gun, right? Or what? Or
Yomi?
yeah, doesn't she?
Yomi has a.
She has a gun and a buster sword.
Yeah, she has a buster sword and an arm cannon, like literally a pirate ship cannon on her arm.
Right. I knew I remembered like shots of her like shooting people.
Actually, the more I think about it,
and that's the worst part of playing as Yomi. Yomi is so fucking hard to play.
The more I think about it, Yomi is like armed to the teeth because she has a Buster Sword that can chainsaw and an arm cannon that's also a crossbow.
Yeah, but she sucks in Estival, kind of.
I mean, just because she's more of a powerhouse and is her giant sword is meant to be like more of a club.
Yeah.
Even though it turns into a chainsaw.
We just had that conversation earlier about like how like if you have a sword that's a little too wide, it stops being a sword and becomes a club.
Yeah. Like it's like, okay, I need a 2 foot long wide
because the whole point of a sword yeah, because the whole point of a sword is that it's short or that it's thin enough to cut through something.
Yeah.
But like if you I imagine like if say Guts like cut somebody in half, like the top half of the body's gonna get stuck on the top of the body
at that point though, but Guts, you're squishing more people than you are cutting.
Yeah, well, I mean that if it kills them, what does it matter, right?
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I'd like my sword to slash, not squish.
It can do both.
It can, doesn't mean it should. It's not okay in my eyes. I'm a sword. I love swords. I don't like clubs.
Speaking of which, we at the time of recording, I feel bad not remembering the guy's name.
We've only recently
the author of Berserk passed away at the time of recording a couple days ago. We didn't want to do a Berserk episode because it seems very like
ill-timed.
It's ill-timed and it's a very shitty thing to do to like capitalize on somebody's death.
Yeah.
So
the only reason we bring up Guts is literally because
that's where the conversation went, and plus
he has a giant sword.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna talk about giant swords, you gotta bring up Guts.
Yeah. So all I can say is rest in peace, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, back to our actual topic. Yomi sucks in Estival versus.
Fair.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, are you remembering what their weapons are now, though?
Yeah, I remember most of their weapons.
I hate Mirai. I just straight up hate Mirai.
I can handle playing Mirai fine.
I cannot. I can't. I've learned how to play Yomi. I can control Yomi better now. I still cannot play anything close to Mirai. It is a nightmare.
I don't remember what her like melee attacks are anymore because it's been a while.
She kind of has an umbrella too, same as.
Oh right, yeah, she does use the umbrella.
But she only uses it. Like,
it's a gun.
A bat.
Right, it's also a gun.
Yeah, it's a Tommy gun umbrella. Like think Penguin.
Yeah.
From Batman.
It's also a gun.
It's also it's an umbrella, but it's also a gun. Mine's a sword, and I have an octopus. I win.
It's a squid.
That's actually another thing I love about Senran is like they're not familiars, but they're animal.
It pretty much is familiar.
Okay, yeah, they're animal familiars.
It's the same concept.
I mean, they can basically summon the damn things.
Yeah,
they can summon the damn things. Actually,
it's the same thing.
In the anime, that's literally an episode. They summon their animal familiars. Like, Ikaruga summons her phoenix. I love it. Hibari summons a giant fucking pink-ass rabbit. And it looks fluffy as fuck. Yagyu summons her squid.
You know what? The rabbit reminds me of that first episode of Kipo and the Wonder Beasts.
How? Oh.
Well, because there was like the giant six-legged rabbit and like just how they use the fluff as like a plot point for a few shots.
At some point where Hibari just loses her shit and turns the rabbit into like what you see at the end of Blood Sea, where it's just rampaging through the city and chainsawing everything.
Either that, or it has the voice from Ghost Stories. Touch me harder.
Oh, Mr. Bunny. Meanwhile, Yagyu's blushing in the corner and just getting more and more jealous of the fucking rabbit.
She would be.
She would. A weapon.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like they reuse some relationships a little bit too.
Yeah, like Hibari and Yagyu, Yomi and Ikaruga,
really?
Haruka and Hibari.
Wait, Yomi has a crush on Ikaruga?
Yomi like. Not
I don't remember any of that.
Not that kind of relationship, but it gets a little weird with Ikaruga and Yomi because when Yomi first meets Ikaruga, she sees her as a place of like nobility where like your parents paid for everything. I grew up in the slums,
right? When
Ikaruga was literally just used as a press piece and was adopted, but all but forgotten about,
right?
And So she grew up in the slums too, like almost
like
alongside
Yomi. Or
Yomi.
like, because Yomi kind of looked
Down on her.
No, well, yeah, but she saw it from like the outside perspective.
Yeah, but then she knew, and then Yomi's like, "Why did you tell me that? Now I can't fight you. God damn it! Now I can't hate you, you bitch." It's like, it sounds like you're still hating me.
Kinda.
But one weapon that I've actually always loved, I love Shiki's double scythe.
Is it double scythe?
It's a double scythe, like a circle, but it's like cut off, so it looks like a hula hoop, but it's like connected scythes.
Oh, it has like a.
It's a disc essentially.
Well, kind of. I mean, like, doesn't it have like a? So like the staff goes like.
So
that.
the staff goes through the middle, yeah, and then one scythe goes like left and the other goes right.
Yeah, that's
so it looks like it spins. Like, I've always loved that one. I hate her hat weapon. It just bothers me. Just the design of it, I think, bothers me. But I've always loved her scythes. Her scythe or her circlet. I don't know what to call it, but I love it.
Actually, look it up real quick. I don't remember what it looks like.
Okay, I can actually go here and I can... Yeah, I can just click on Shiki.
Okay, yeah, it is. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not as like closed circle as I was envisioning, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
That's
I love that they have
thing.
it. I love that the wiki has like chibi faces. It's cute.
Yeah, I love that they all have chibi faces like that. It's just okay. I actually want to get into that on my own time because apparently this thing goes deeper than.
Oh god, they've got a relationships tab for everybody. Oh no.
Oh no. This can only end in tears.
This can only end in tears.
But another one that I love, just because I'm also a sucker for elemental weapons. I love Yumi's ice fans. I love her. I love that she's like a fan dancer, and I love that when she's awakened, like in Ice Queen mode, she has an ice sword. I fucking love shit like that. That
part I think is cool, but I think she kind of stinks in gameplay wise. Because you have to, because like one of the main attacks is just like shooting a little gust.
Shooting an ice.
You shoot like a little gust of wind basically, and like it doesn't do a whole lot.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but at the same time, like if you do, I mean, it's all up to like comfort levels. Like it's who you want to spend the time putting the like mastering into. Like I
ended up doing it for everybody because I wanted to get a lot of achievements.
But... I mean, I have too, but at the same time, there's still characters that I don't like playing as.
Still like, Shinobi versus, not Shinobi versus Estival versus still, by the way.
Like I still hate playing as Hibari, Mirai.
I think Hibari is ridiculously easy to play as.
I honest to God can't even play as Cat really.
What?
It took me a while to play as Cat.
Yeah, Cat. I don't know. I mean, like Cat's pretty simple to play as.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like it differs from player to player. Like where you call her super simple to play as, I'm like, I cannot do this at all. But where I say like Yumi was the first one I played as, and I'm really good as her, and you can't get used to her at all. It comes down to like who you can play as a player.
I think it also comes down to the game design because I think some of them are not designed for like mob battling.
Yeah.
I feel like some of them are designed for like a different game entirely.
However, one thing I can't appreciate though is how OP Kagura is, because she is meant to be OP. She is the Slayer of Yoma. She is meant to be the one. She is the series of Superman. She is meant to be that.
I was gonna say I think the adult characters are all pretty ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah.
Like Dodoji is really strong, Rin is really strong, Jasmine's really tough.
I love playing as Jasmine, and
Jasmine is so fun to play as. I
can't remember if I can play as Dodoji or not. She might be too slow for me.
I know, well yeah, but that's what the dash is for.
I mean I know, and I trust me when I say like heavy hitting characters with like bigger weapons, like say Cat or
Speaking of which, I really like that there was that like side mission with Yozakura and Cat where they found out
where it was the armor set or the same set of armor was their weapons.
Yeah, I would have loved it if they had like a thing where you had to switch weapons between the two characters.
Oh, like tag team between them?
No, like if they just
Or-
had, like if Kat had to use her arms instead of her feet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I mean, they tried that in story, like they actually did switch in a cutscene, but
Yeah.
Kat was like, "This is way too clunky. I need to kick. I cannot punch." And Yozakura was like, "I can't move," because the boots were weighing her down so
Yeah,
much.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So they at least addressed it in story, but I get where you're coming from for it.
I mean, like when it comes to like a game that's basically a female version of Dynasty Warriors, you kind of get what you pay for.
And I got a good time.
Yeah.
But okay, I am gonna touch on these because I know they're.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a thing.
I know you hate them. I know you hate them all.
Only because my waifus are not in there.
Yeah. So
because I feel slightly discriminated against for my tough girls not being in cool spinoffs.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, cool spinoffs, and one of them is a ping pong game.
It'd be nice, is all I'm saying. I'd have incentive to play it.
So okay, that's okay, fine. But what we're talking about here, guys, is Senran also did a couple of spinoffs. They did Bon Appetit, which actually has everybody, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah, that's not the spinoff I'm mad about.
Senran Kagura Reflections, which is
it's basically dating sim.
It's dating sim massage simulator with anime girl mode.
Yeah, it's that one that everybody was surprised was on the Switch, but it's like, guys, they've been doing this stuff for years. I don't think you have any reason to be surprised anymore.
It's complete with anime mode and fetish list. Like, there's what are you doing?
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's what are you doing, step bro.
Hold up. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm refusing to believe it's real. I'm not saying it's not.
Okay. There's like household there's household scenarios to where like some of them are your wife, some of them are your sister. There's one I think with Asuka where like she's a member of the army, and you have to.
Here I go off to war.
She's a member of the army, and you basically have to like medic her, but just like by massaging. Riona has a succubus one.
I mean, of course she does.
And it's a game.
Riona's a little freak, dude.
It's a game you need to play alone, but since your waifus are not in it and mine are, I play alone.
Yeah.
But not all of them are like that weird.
Yeah, when I saw the release list, I was like, this is some bullshit.
It's like, HotShot? Huh? What the fuck is this? Yeah, you like legitimately felt like you blamed me for like the game design. It's like,
I partially do because you're part of the problem.
Why are my girls not in here? I'm like,
you're 100% part of the problem, Austin. That's why.
I apparently have all control of what waifu is going to what game.
Like, you're part of the consumerism, so there.
I mean, so are you.
I mean, yeah, but I decide to not buy things.
Not to my extent,
a lot,
but.
I decide to not buy a lot of things, actually.
But okay, that's fine. But the weirdest one, like, don't get me wrong, Reflections is weird, but the weirder one is the pinball machine.
What's it called? Peach ball.
It's called Peach Ball.
Just means butt ball.
It means butt ball. So Haruka. So if you guys don't know, Haruka is a character that like tries scientific. Basically forbidden experiments.
Just because she can.
Just because she can. She gets a side gig as an arcade runner, or like as an arcade clerk. One of her experiments goes wrong and transforms the girls into Neko-esque character, like anthropomorphized animal characters.
Yeah.
But the thing is, one of them breaks free of like being that animal. So like, say if you're transformed into a bear, hair in my mouth. If you're transformed into a bear, you start acting like a bear. But whatever character you decide to follow or play as.
Is Murasaki the bear?
Murasaki's the bear.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was trying to figure out what she was because I thought that she was a Tanuki, but then I saw Yomi.
Yeah, Yomi's the Tanuki. I'll get into that.
Yeah.
But you'll take on those characteristics. But at the start of it, whoever you choose to follow the storyline of, they break free of like that mindset. but everyone is still under the, like, if you're under the effects for so long, you will actually turn into that animal permanently. And the only way to beat that
it's just a good way to fetishize it for everybody.
And the only way to beat that is to hit them with their own special antidote ball. And the only way to do that, since we're in arcade, is pinball machines. You literally have to like rock the machines and like topple the waifus and like hit them with the ball like repeatedly. Be it in the face, between the legs, in the boob, on the foot, wherever you can make contact with them in order to cure them. And Murasaki turns into a bear. Riona turns into a dog.
Because of course
Yomi, as we said, turns into Tanuki. Yumi turns into a cat. And Asuka turns into a bunny. And I love the fact that Asuka turns into a bunny. It's so fucking adorable. But yeah, those are the spin-offs that you don't like and I adore.
Well, it's not that I don't like them. It's just like I don't have an incentive to play them for starters. And honestly, I'm just not that interested. I'm more interested in like doing more stuff like Estival Versus but I do think it was good. I did like that they did that they're doing newer stuff with it because it's a fairly new series. How long ago did it first come out? Like, what was the first game?
10 years.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They celebrated their anniversary.
Yeah, Peach Beach Splash was their 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, it's not that old. It's surprisingly young.
2011 was their first one.
Speaking of which, did you know that
no. Peach Beach was their 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was like, hold on. In the back of my head, it didn't sound right, but I just kind of went with it. I was going to say that the Witcher series is a 10-year-old franchise also, because the books were written in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, it would be 20 years old now, so it's still pretty young.
Either way, I love the series.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't know how you feel about this one. One of my favorite games in it is Peach Beach Splash.
I didn't play a whole lot of it. Honestly.
It's a shooter. It's a water shooter.
It's Wet T-Shirt Contest, the video game.
Pretty much. You're meant to shoot them down with water guns until they can no longer stand.
Yeah.
And you're running around in bikinis.
I mean, yeah.
I've played this one the most, and I'm not ashamed to say so, even though I feel bright-ass red right now.
You're always red. You're ginger.
But it's legitimately, it's one of my favorite games to play in the summer, just because it actually looks so refreshing.
I get the same feeling from Estival Versus. Estival Versus just puts me in a summer mood.
Yeah. It's kind of hard not to be in that mood, because it's so, what's the right word for it here? Not cozy.
I don't know if cozy, warm. I don't know.
Warm, fuzzy, makes you feel things.
I don't know.
In and out of your pants.
We'll go with butterflies.
Sure, we'll go butterflies. What?
Butterflies.
Butterflies. Okay, I heard butterflies. What is a butterprize?
A butterprize?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
I thought you said butterfry.
Now I want a butterfry.
Ew, no.
It's just a fry that is a stick of butter.
No. It's just butter.
That's a heart attack. That's what that is.
No, don't do that. The butter will melt before you get to it.
Oh, right.
Well, what were you thinking?
What hardens butter long enough to be in a deep fryer?
Ice, Austin. Ice.
But it has to go in a deep fryer.
Yeah. That's why you put there's a whole process. I don't want to go into this.
But I want to know.
I feel like there's other conversation we should be having right now.
It probably is, but now that we're talking about butter fries, I want to see one happen.
You're the one who took it in that direction.
That's what I heard. My brain gets weird around girls and butter. It's weird.
Yeah, my mind went places too, guys. It's okay.
We're on PantsuCast. It's fine. We're supposed to be degenerates.
It's been a while.
This is all pent up. This is all our released load of PantsuCast that you guys are getting.
Please stop.
We have been blue-balled long enough.
They have. Yes, they have.
All 2 people who watch this.
No, we have...
meaning you and me.
Yep. We watch our own podcast all the time.
Do our views count if it's on your own channel?
What?
Do views count if it's on your own channel?
No.
Okay.
They don't usually count that.
Okay, cool.
We have anything else to go over? Because otherwise I think we're about done.
I think we're about through, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the last
you know what?
thing...
Let's finish off by just going over like our
Overall,
let's just say
overall
it, like
thoughts.
our waifus
Yeah.
and then the overall thoughts on the franchise.
All right, fine. Who are your waifus?
Let's see. Hibari, Miyabi, Hikage, Dodoji, and Jasmine.
Okay.
Like those are my favorite girls in the out of the most of them.
Okay. Asuka, Haruka, Yomi.
I knew Yumi was on there for
Yomi
you.
and Yomi.
There's only one Yumi. There is also a Yomi.
Yomi is best girl. Okay. Asuka.
There might be a Yami in there for you.
Asuka, Haruka, Yomi, Riona.
You would love Haruka.
I do love Haruka. Kagura and Rin. And Fubuki.
Which one's Fubuki?
Fubuki is Yumi's sister. She's the one who came out in the second.
Adopted sister.
Yeah, she's the one who came out in the second season.
Shinobi Masters.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want to like actually watch the anime is okay compared to the games. I feel like it's better to like actually play the games because the games are a little bit more fun. The anime feels really like kind of bare bones if you don't already like the characters, because I feel like those anime are more so made for the fans of the games, really.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were talking more, so
No,
I wasn't saying anything. That's it? Okay,
yeah, that's all I had to say on that. I was just I was just letting people know.
Just like, nope, that's it. All right, cool.
I don't know. What about you? What do you think of the anime? Do you think that they're more so just like fan catered, or do you think anybody could jump into those?
I honestly think anybody can, like, as long as they jump in the first season, because it gives enough of an introduction to each of the characters that I feel like if you're not a player and you're a watcher, then I feel like it's your way to get into that world.
And there is English dub. It is available on Funimation now if you guys prefer English dub.
Mm-hmm.
English dub's pretty good. Voice casting is pretty good up until like one or two characters. Wasn't there one that had like one of the girls had like a country accent? We're like, wait a second, why does she sound like that?
Yeah, I think that was Yomi.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Yomi.
No,
it was it was one of the guessing girls, I think, because they showed up. They showed up at like one of the last few episodes in Shinobi Masters, and like they sounded like that. They sounded like that girl from Lucky Star that I don't like the voice of.
I think it was Yozakura.
Was he Yozakura?
I think so.
Could have been.
She's like, okay, so her home life is like the most country-esque that I can think of.
I guess wasn't she supposed to be like Brooklyn-ish or New Yorker?
New York-esque, and she takes care of like 12 brothers and sisters.
So she should just sound like Scout.
A little bit, yeah. Honestly, it's been a long time since we watched the anime. We know the characters and we know the universe well enough, but it's been a long time since we actually saw the anime.
Yeah, I mean, like the anime is okay. Shinobi Masters is all right. It's nice when you like get the other characters in there, like the guessing girls come in.
Well, okay,
that was really nice to see.
One thing I want to say about Shinobi Masters.
Huh.
It is a trip to see one of the most lighthearted characters that I've seen in a long time, Asuka, go completely dead assassin silent on like a blood hunt.
Yeah. She goes through like an arc in this show.
She goes through a lot.
Yeah, like in the first literally in the first episode, like she gets beaten to shit. And also, we found out, or we watched it both censored and uncensored. Mm-hmm. It's really weird. It's really weird to watch Senran Kagura like censored. It doesn't feel right. But
at the same time, the games kind of are censored because when
the games have to be censored because otherwise they can't come over here. Otherwise, they'd be adult only.
Because sun glare on nipples.
To be fair, they're on the beach. That's the only argument I can give it.
No, but like if you're fighting in like the cityscape area. You still get sun on the ass and on the tits.
To be fair, if you're just standing in the middle of nowhere, sometimes you'll have steam over your nipples. In anime.
It's just anime in general, yeah. I want to see an anime where like...
Oh, you know what? That's a good episode. We could just talk about like really dumb censorship.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be really fun.
I want to see one anime where like, say a girl has to change for like some reason, like a mission or something like that. And she's just standing in the middle of nowhere and there's like no time. She's like, steam. And then her whole body goes up in steam and she just changes right then and there. and then it just dissipates and she's in new clothes. All right, let's go.
I could imagine like a girl taking off her skirt and then sliding the panties off, and then there's just like a like a bright spotlight coming out, like just to cover it up, like this shit.
Or she uses it to her advantage and like takes off the panties, lays down, just opens, and there's just
opens her legs.
Just opens her legs, and there's just a sun glare, and
there's
it's like
a sunbeam coming out of her vagina.
It activates like a spotlight, just like you guys have to go over here. It's like, great, thanks. Can you turn that off? Sorry, I have to find my panties. It doesn't go off.
Spotlight like when she's walking, just because she has like just because she doesn't have the panties on, but like you can see, I'm imagining like a little spotlight under the skirt. So the
skirt
got acting, light around her feet the whole time.
The skirt acting like a lampshade.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man,
that's a whole other thing.
Japan, get on these parody ideas. Come on, please.
You guys use obscene and absurd censorship anyway. May as well make it funny,
right?
But I think really that's about all we got on Senran for this one. There's a lot to talk about in Senran, but if you don't have like a focus point, it's kind of hard to know exactly what to talk about next.
Yeah. We tried to record this particular episode twice, and both times we got angry at each other.
Because I tried to go too deep into like, well, in Gessen there's, and then Hanzo there, and then...
And you were going... But like you were picking the school and then going over each girl's backstory, so that's like 20 backstories for four schools,
and that's basically just the main characters. And then you have like Rin and Dodoji and Jasmine and Kagura and the Shrine Maidens,
and then you have all those like spin-off characters and stuff, like all those other additional characters that have been added and whatnot,
like Yumi's sister and her two assistants and stuff like that. It gets weird. It gets really weird really quick.
Yeah, very quickly. And like the first time that did not go well. First time we just got angry at each other.
So that's why it's coming out now.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it took us a little while, and plus like other stuff has been going on with us.
Yeah, so I think aside from that, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap that one here. So yeah, hope you hopefully we're back from our hiatus. We will record when we can. Just life is a little weird right now. Don't expect them like
on a weekly basis,
or monthly basis. We'll get to them when we can, but don't worry, guys. We are still thinking of ideas. We actually just went into our file and just listed off a whole bunch of things that we could actually do with it. So
we just ordered some new DVDs that we're gonna get into for some stuff that we haven't seen yet. So we will. Can't wait to get into that, actually.
So we will be here.
Yeah,
but until then, guys, this has been PantsuCast.
And don't forget to change your underwear.
Yep, that's it.
I'm sorry, I panicked.
Bye.
Bye.